Well, good morning. You're with Captain Perry at Captain Perry's Coffee Corner, and I hope you're having a great morning this morning and you're sitting down and enjoying a cup of coffee. And if not, I hope you get a cup of coffee. You come on in, you listen to a great message this morning, and we get to have a great conversation and try to get through some of these social realms of chaos, confusion, and try to understand some of the corruption at the same time. But hey, in the long road ahead of us, we at least got a good cup of coffee in our hands, a good thinking methodology, and maybe we can come on up with the right solutions to solve some of the problems that our world is facing today. Finger pointing today is, well, become totally unaccountable. And we're watching things fold in front of us that we haven't watched in centuries, probably even before the Civil War. We're watching our faith, we're watching our communities, our cities, we're watching our politicians, we're watching a lot of chaos, confusion, and just disruption all the way across our nation. It's time for us to all have a cup of coffee. It's time for us to sit back and really have a conversation and a dialogue rather than an attack. We're not going to agree on everything in our lives. That's very understandable. We have free will, free to choose, make decisions in our lives, whether they're good or bad. But it doesn't mean that we have the right to force our issues or our beliefs when they are wrong, okay, and sinful on others. And we can't attack others because, hey, you're not listening to me or you don't believe what I believe. And we take that for an example, especially because of the balance of righteousness, of faith, doctrine, and we take that into what man wants, and we find ourselves in a chaotic conversation, and sometimes it gets really heated. Well, it's when you have to step back and you have to analyze, okay, all I can do or all you can do or all we can do is simply keep our faith, keep our common sense, keep the conversation going in a way that it neutralizes the attack, and realize that, well, there's some folks you're just not going to save no matter what and how hard you try, which is okay. It's okay. Their beliefs are because of their free will and their agenda and their narrative. They've got something that they adamantly want to do, and even though it might be sinful, there's not much you're going to do to stop them. So when you sit back and realize that, hey, you've lost the dialogue, you lost the conversation, that's when you take a good sip of your coffee. And you step back and you say to yourself, thank you, Lord, for giving me the common sense, for giving me the decency, for giving me the knowledge and the wisdom to understand that just because they choose to be who they are, knowing full well that it's a sin, all I can do is pray for them and give them as much as I possibly could in the guidance of making the better choices in their life. We're all going to go through that because people today are very, very much into pointing their fingers and, attacking, and you're going to believe what I believe, and some of those beliefs we know deep down in your soul and through your faith and through God's grace we know are wrong. Point blank. We have to have standards. And if we stand for sin, then that's exactly what the world turns into, a sinful world. And you're seeing it today. It's just common sense. But if you stand for righteousness and your faith, and as a Christian, you just don't wipe the sin away, okay, or adjust to the sin, but you stand for what is right, well, then you've got something that's really powerful. So here's the game. Be true, be faithful, stay knowledgeable, read the Bible, understand what God's trying to guide you to be, and do the best that you can. We're all sinners. We're going to sin. That's just who we are as humans. But it doesn't mean that we have to gravitate to those that are sinful. What it means is that we have to step back and use all those graces that God gave us and say, well, this one's not for me. I wish you folks the best today. I wish you have a great day. And hey, if you get to get in a conversation over a cup of coffee and it sounds pretty chaotic and it's going sideways real quick, it's okay to take a step back and breathe and allow yourself to refocus and then just silently say, okay, Lord, this one's on you, because it's not worth the attack. It's not worth the total disagreement. And even though you might lose the friendship, hey, that's just part of the play. That's part of understanding that the good Lord doesn't want you to be mixed up into something that you don't need to be mixed up into. So take a little bit of time this morning, relax, have your cup of coffee, and enjoy the world as is, and just try to do the best that you can for Him, for you, for your family, for society. And trust me, your message will be heard by those that need to hear it. God bless you. Have a great day. This is Captain Perry signing off on Captain Perry's Coffee Corner with an illustrious, it's a great morning to have a good cup of coffee.